Hi everyone and welcome, my name is Dumpsy. Today we're going to check out a plugin called Lifeline Expanse by a company called Excite Audio. It's a multi-effect plugin and it's got different modules that allows you to add width, space and character to audio signals, and we'll check it out in different contexts first on different instruments like drums, guitars, vocals and more, and then we'll listen to it in the context of a mix. Let's check it out. So this is the plugin's user interface. At the top we've got different presets, different sections, and you can make your own and save your own. And on the right we've got the input and output section, so you can link those if you want to. You've got a high pass and low pass filter here, and you can also change or blend the wet signal with the dry signal with this mix knob here. You can also remove the harsh frequencies with this little button here, and you've got a limiter here, and this is the bypass button. We've got 5 different modules in Lifeline Expanse. We've got format, which is kind of like a bit reduction section, dirt, which is the saturation section, reamp, width and space, and for each we've got 4 different modes, and we've got a main tab or a main section and an advanced section with a multi-band effect section. So you can basically work multi-band. If you want to apply the effect on the mid-band only, you can do that, and you can also change the gain structure of the effect as well. So that's pretty cool. You can do that for each one of those. We'll start with the format, so we'll actually bypass all the sections, all the modules here, and we'll bring it back to the main. Let's start with degrade. So we've got degrade, resample, flatten and washed. Let's start with degrade on a drum kit. Okay, this is pretty heavy, so we'll start by adjusting the effect and just bringing it to the higher end of the spectrum. Okay, we'll just, actually dial it back. Okay, this. So this is pretty cool if you just want to add a bit of texture to the effect, to the sound rather. Okay, pretty cool. Not too much. Without. With. It's pretty nice, isn't it? So we can try the resample thing. Wait a minute, just bringing it back to its default position. Okay, like that. And also, you can change the crossover points for each one of the multi-band sections. Let's go back to the main. So this is what it sounds like. Let's bring it down a bit. So flatten actually use bit reduction as well as a gate. And you've got a tone control that actually, to me, acts a bit like a tilt EQ. Because it does enhance some of the some part of the spectrum. It doesn't just remove, some of the higher or lower frequencies. It does enhance the signal as well. Okay. And then we've got washed. It's a bit of a flangy effect, but it's meant to replicate the sound of the sound quality of bad MP3, for example. So if you dial it in very subtly, you have that sort of effect, I suppose. Let's bring it back to degrade. Oh, wait a minute. Go back to the advanced section and bring those down. Okay, we want that extra snare thing going on. Okay, without a plugin. With. Pretty cool, isn't it? So let's try the tube, I was going to say the tube, but the dirt section with the tube. I've actually bypassed the format. Pretty cool. Let's try the tape. I like that when pushed with the tape saturation, you actually get a lot of the room. And almost no low end. So you can actually change that by working on the multiband. Wait, actually this dynamic, so basically for each advanced section, you get different controls or different parameters. So for example, here in the format section, you've got noise and smooth, and here you've got dynamic and smooth. The dynamic section, the dynamic knob here, actually retains some of the original dynamics of the signal. Okay, let's bring it back to... So it allows you to kind of restore the natural dynamics without just compressing the signal with the distortion. So if you set it like this, we can hear that the distortion actually naturally compresses the signal. All right, let's actually bring it down quite a bit. Pretty cool. I'm going to try to level match everything, but that's not going to be the case with this plugin. It's just too creative and all over the place, so it's going to be difficult, just to let you know. All right, let's try the different saturation options that we've got just with this. The main tab, rectify. This actually adds higher harmonics an octave above the incoming signal. And then you've got fuzz, which is like a fuzz pedal, guitar pedal. So quite aggressive, that one. Yeah, let's try the Reamp section. So it's got different devices, commercial, I would say, like smaller radios and that sort of thing that you can buy. You've got an age knob that actually adds noise and messes with the frequency content of the signal. Okay, cabinet, monitors, and vintage. Okay, pretty cool. So you've got an advanced section here too, and this one is a bit more complex, so you can still work in multi-band, apply the effect on whichever band you want. You can also change the gain structure. But you have two settings or two sections here, mic and signal. So you can change the speaker. You have two selections of speakers and you can turn it off if you want to. And you can move the mic away from the speaker or actually move. You've got basically two mics or two set of mics, one for the speaker and one for the room, and you can blend those two. So let's try it. Let's listen to it. You've got a drive knob here to drive the speaker even more. And you've got a bass through that basically reacts a bit like a, sidechain, where you could let the bass content through the effect. So basically the bass frequencies won't be affected by the effect in this case. So it's pretty useful if you just want to focus on the higher frequencies. width. Right, let's try the width. So you've got harsh, mid-side. So it brings out a bit more of the room. Detune. Bit more of a chorusy effect. We'll listen to that later. And then we've got mono. And a bass mono control here. You've got a correlation meter here, and you can still work multi-band if you need to. And a mono control here. Okay, space. Got different reverbs with a hall, so it's basically a room reverb. Pretty cool. Plate. Pretty nice too. Spring. Nice and boingy. And slap back. The settings, the advanced settings, you've got pre-delay, size. In this case, with the slapback delay, it actually is the feedback. Okay, you've got duck. So if you don't want the wet signal to affect the dry signal while it's playing, so well, basically you'll hear the effect after the dry signal, so that's pretty cool. And you have a stereo control here. So really straightforward stuff here, and it's really just nicely done. We'll move on to the piano now, and we'll try to mess around with some of the settings here and have fun. Okay, let's add a bit of saturation as well as a bit of width and space. So this is without. Okay, let's bring some of that tube in. So without. There's obviously a volume difference. We'll change it here. It's nice to kind of restore some of the body of the piano. A bit of width. Let's go to the right. This is pretty cool. Detune. I just love how quick you can get this thing to work. It's just great. It's just really great. Let's just apply some of that detune to the mid-range. Really cool, and you can change the crossover points if you want to. Low mid-range. It's just a great mixing. It's just a great plugin for mixing. Bit of a hole. It wasn't as prominent on the drums, but we can actually hear that there's quite a bit of modulation in the whole reverb. And I think it was made on purpose, but it's cool. So, without, with, without. With. So you could actually automate the time control, for example. Oh, actually the mix. It's just a very cool thing to do. Let's move on to the acoustic guitars. Okay. So this is nothing too exciting. It's just me playing the acoustic. Let's add a bit of tube saturation. Actually, we'll focus on the higher part of the signal with a tiny bit of the mid-range as well. Maybe we can do this as well, like this. It's just really good. I can see myself using this really quickly on mixes. Let's try that harsh effect. And let's try the reamping as well, maybe the monitors. So this is before. With. I actually like the sound of the room with the reamp function because it makes it feel more, yeah, just more natural. So if you want to put this, if you want to put your instruments into space, maybe we can actually do that with the hall. This is actually too big of a room, and we can actually change the size here. Still not quite. Listen to it. There's, yeah, the modulation is not actually making it for me here. Plate. Pretty tasty, quite metallic, but we can, if you want to remove some of that mid-range, you can do that by dialing back some of the pretty cool. Okay, it's not volume matched, sorry, but it is what it is. Hope you like it. It's very easy to put the sound into a room. Let's try that on a lead vocal. It's one of my songs called Bodies of Concrete. You'll find it in the description. Building that's burning within that. Let's add quite a bit. Well, actually, let's try that rectify thing. Accuracy. The flames are blue, cold, and the shape incomplete. It's a bit weird on this. Try the tape instead. You stand there waiting for the windows to share their side of the story. For some, the world is an empire, not founded on words of integrity. Choose me. Yeah, we can do the same thing basically, where we'll add some of the saturation to the high end. I'm the first who arrived on the scene. And slowly bring it in. And the shape incomplete. Well, that's too much. Obviously, too much drive. You stand there waiting for the windows to share their side of the story. For some, the world is an empire. With? Not founded on words of integrity. Choose me. I'm the first who arrived on the scene. Yeah, I just like the... Well, let's actually mute the other ones. I mean, bypass them. Choose me. It'd be an honor to get your esteem. I like the tube best in this case, but let's try the harsh effect again. See, be on the lookout for the bodies of concrete cementing your thoughts. This is just, I don't even need to do anything. It's just so cool and it works really. With sovereignty, you cannot live by super useful. Someone's decree, limestoned in the walls of the... Very good. Okay, let's try the reverb. The library, choose me. I'm the first to... Yeah, the tail is actually modulated. It's quite cool. It won't work with everything, but it's cool in this case. On the scene. Let's remove. Choose me. It'd be an honor to get your esteem. Live by someone's decree, limestoned in the walls of their library. Choose me. I'm the first who arrived on the scene. Choose me. It'd be an honor to get your esteem. It's pretty cool, isn't it? I mean, it works really well. I see it. Yeah, let's carry on. Let's just carry on. We'll talk a bit about it later. Let's try this on the LinnDrums here. So we've got some electronic drums. Here we go. Let's make it lo-fi. Actually, we'll start with bit reduction. Before, after. Yeah, it took me a few seconds to do this. Very cool. Let's carry on. Let's carry on. Pads. This comes from a sample library called, it's the Anarchy Audioworx synth collection. If you want to check it out, I've made a video about it in on my channel. And hi to Steve as well from Anarchy Audioworx. He does great stuff. I encourage you to check it out. So let's do, yeah. Okay. Actually bring the whole, because I like the modulation before. You could really have fun automating this, or even you could do this and this, something like... Wait a minute, because there's too much volume here, maybe between the modules as well. I'm doing what I can here. So, there you go. Yeah, I'm just doing something here, but yeah, I find it really easy to use in that way, and I think that this mix knob is really cool. Actually, the fact that you have mixed knobs in each section on each module, and then at the end is super cool. Okay, let's carry on a bass. Okay, here we go. I'll start with the reamping on this one. Oh, wait a minute. I like the fact that the noise reacts dynamically to the signal. Sounds like a blown speaker, which is cool. If you want less of the tube effect to the mid-range, just remove it. Or just on the mid-range, actually. For instance, if you don't want to affect some of the low frequencies, you can do that. But you can, so what's cool is that you can properly mix a signal if you want to. So you can tell the module not to affect the low end of the signal, but you can actually boost the gain of that module. Okay, let's try to blend. Maybe we can add a bit of room to that. Just that. Really cool. If you want to bring it back in mono, still have the room sound, but in mono. Let's do this, maybe. Wait a minute. I really like rooms on basses. I don't do that very often, but I like it. Actually, let's boost the tone, yeah. Yeah, that's really cool. And then in mono. Oh, wait a minute. Without the mono. Yeah, I like the fact that you have like quick controls. It's super easy to use, really. I've not really messed with the you know, reorganizing of the different modules, but you can try that yourself. And I really like the way it's laid out and the ease with which you can get a result pretty quickly. Alright, so this is one of my songs called Bodies of Concrete, and we'll be listening to how Lifeline Expanse actually helps with some of the elements in the context of a mix. Let's listen to the song with the lead vocal, and we'll focus on the lead vocal and we'll play around with the settings. Your faith is a building that's burning with an accuracy. The flames are blue cold and the shape incomplete. I actually tone down the strings here. You stand there waiting for the windows. Okay, where is the lead vocal? So this is not mixed by any means. It's just you know, the track's dry, so this is not like the mix section. I've done a bit of you know, balancing, but that's all there is to it. So let's listen to the lead vocal without and with the plugin, and we'll just mess with the settings. Your faith is a building that's burning with an accuracy. The flames are blue cold and the shape incomplete. So this is adding like tube saturation to the higher end of the lead vocal. You stand there waiting for the windows to share their side of the story. For some, the world. This is really effective. I think it lacks a bit of body. Is an empire. Too much. Not founded on words of integrity. Choose me. I'm their side of the story. For some, the world is an empire. Okay, bit of space as well. Not founded on words of integrity. Choose me. I'm the first who arrived on the scene. Actually, the space setting, the space module takes a bit more CPU, so that's why my computer might be struggling with it. To share their side of the story. For some, the world is an empire. Not founded on words of integrity. Choose me. I'm the first who arrived on the scene. Choose me. It'd be an honor to get your esteem. So very quickly, with the tube saturation and the dirt module, we can bring a vocal forward without needing too much tweaking. So just a bit of drive, a bit of tone, bit of mix, and you know, focusing on the higher end of the spectrum here with the effect and the multi-band. So that's really cool. We can also try the highest effect. Let's try that. Founded on words of wait a minute. Here we go. They're the side of the story. For some, the world is an empire. Not founded on words of integrity. Actually, let's listen to it without in the verse and then bring it in the chorus. Founded on words of integrity. Choose me. I'm the first who arrived on the scene. Choose me. It'd be an honor to get your esteem. Be on the lookout for the body. Right. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Alright, yeah, let's focus on the acoustic guitar bus and bring some of that top end as well and see how it works. Let's do that. Stand there waiting for the windows to share their side of the story. For some, the world is an empire, not founded on words of integrity. Choose me. The flames are blue cold and the shape incomplete. There's a big difference in volume, not gonna lie, so let's bring it down a bit. You stand there waiting for the blue cold and the shape incomplete. But even if there weren't, you can actually use this tape saturation on the high end of the spectrum to bring the guitars forward really quickly. So let's add the width control with the detune here for a bit of chorus. Accuracy. The flames are blue cold and let's actually solo the acoustic guitars. A thing that I like about detune effects like chorusy effects is that if you dial them back, you get less of the transients, so it's really cool to just smooth out the whole thing. It doesn't jump out as much. In context now, without.
An honor to get your esteem. The flames are blue cold and the shaping complete.
Let's actually bring the guitars forward a bit more.
You stand there waiting for the windows to share their side of the story. For some, the world is an empire, not founded on words of intent.
So just pretty easy to get a nice result with this plugin in the context of a mix. Yeah, let's try that on the drums as well. Actually, we'll try it on the mix bus, on the drum bus rather.
Receive it on words of integrity. Choose me, I'm the first who arrived on the scene. Choose me, it'd be an honor to get your esteem.
Just very cool and very easy to bring some character to those drums.
I'm the first who arrived on the scene. Choose me, it'd be an honor to get your esteem.
Okay, let's try. Let's listen to, yeah, the electric guitar maybe here. Yeah. So this is something I did on the mid-range. I focused a bit on the mid-range with the filters here. In context.
It'd be an honor to get your esteem. Limestone in the walls of their library. Choose me. It'd be an honor to be
Here, wait a minute. Okay.
Be on the lookout for the bodies of concrete, cementing your thoughts with sovereignty.
Yeah, you can easily bring some of those, you know, notes forward a bit more of the attack of the pick with the fuzz and the reamping.
You cannot live.
And even more room. You need to push that output a bit. This is pretty cool. Let's listen to that. Might not sound good in the mix, but
be on the lookout for the bodies of concrete, cementing your thoughts with sovereignty. You cannot live by someone's degree. Limestone in the.
It's actually cool to go back and forth with that. So you should get Lifeline Expanse by Excite Audio. Well, I really like it, and the reason why I really like it is because it's really well laid out. You've got 5 different great sounding modules that all have the different modes, And the reason why I like it so much is that you can get great results with it quickly with the multi-band functions for each module. You've got creative options, you've got filters for every section, you've got like a mix knob for every section as well. So you can do like very creative transitions from a verse to a chorus, widen things out, bring more character within a mix. So that's a really cool thing. You can also do like RC20 style lo-fi stuff. That's something that you can do, but I feel like it's a great mixing tool, so it will allow you to just make your audio signal sound better, and that's what we need. So thank you very much for watching this video. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye bye.